Now for this section, we're going to briefly be talking about the select categories options. And all the previous functions that have been mentioned are great, but here's where it gets really fun, because IoSweep was developed so that we allow each company the ability to customize all the categories and options. And this is for their own reporting process, and this eliminates all the non-essential categories. So this is pretty cut and dry. You'll see that the required questions along with the multiple choice options, and you can select all the applicable options for that particular category. So let's go into this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's click on the select categories option, and you'll notice down here, let's scroll down a bit, we got the highway type. See, I've got here, I have accident type. Now the original part of the accident was a slide off, but there was also a collision with the stationary object, and there was a engine fire that ensued, as well as a jackknife. So there are 4 categories, or I should say options, that were selected in this one category of accident type. Now this is very important that you go through as a driver in creating this report and fill out as many of the options as possible. This allows the administrator who is processing the report to get as much information that we can compile for reporting purposes as well, but it also gives a very detailed or comprehensive report explaining the incident so they can get a good idea as to what happened. You'll notice you can go down here on atmospheric conditions. For instance, it shows there was rain, but there was also high winds. So be sure you go through and check each one of these options and make sure you get them clicked accurately to help out with processing of the accident report. Now that concludes the information about the category section. Next we're going to talk about, let's clear this out, taking pictures. Now taking pictures is a very crucial part, possibly the most important part of an incident report. So let's move on here real quick. Now for the photo section, taking pictures is the best way to explain and get full detail as to what happened in the accident. So let's go into the picture section, and you'll notice that I've already got 4 images here. Now with the IoSweep application, what makes this nice is you as a user have the ability to label and apply a description to each photograph. So you notice I have on number 4, I have front end. We ask that as you take each picture, you label that picture and add a description to it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So you click on the edit icon and it allows you to see the image. And this here is a picture of a semi that ran into a car that cut it off. But you have the ability to view the details, and you see we have the file name is front end. And here's where you can put some details in about that image. We have, notice where my bumper is in the comparison to the sedan, and you can put any details in that you'd like that are going to help the administrator and the insurance company in properly processing this report. So let's click OK to that, and let's go back to this. So the nice thing about this is you're not limited to a disposable camera that may or may not be expired, and that may or may not have a flash with it. So using your camera gives you the ability to take multiple pictures. Those that are not useful can be discarded. Those that are accurate can be kept. And then, like I said before, you'll need to go through and title each one of those pictures. And as you take these pictures, take images of the accident, of the surrounding area, of the other vehicle. This helps in the process of creating the report and making sure that it's processed properly. So that concludes the information about taking pictures. When you're done, click on that done, and next we'll discuss the creating a sketch.